All right, guys, so odd object cleans, even though you have an odd object, we still need to keep the principles we just talked about in mind. So we need to make sure we're set up in a good position from the floor, even though we have to go feet out wider and hands in closer. So, but our backs are still set, our hips are still level, and then we're gonna get the bag into our hips, get to extension, and then pull under. Okay, so we get to extension and then pull under. Good, okay? Put some weight, don't be afraid to put some weight in that bag. Don't ruin your backpack or whatever you're using for this, but if you don't have dumbbells or kettlebells or anything to use for something like this, then get some weight in that thing and go to work if you can hold your positions, all right? Pull-up scale. We have 2 platforms about yay high. We'll watch Em set up for this. So she's gonna sit on the floor, okay? It's about shoulder height so that we have to kind of pull from a deficit. This is challenging, so we'll show you a way to make it a little bit easier in a second. But with straight legs, digging your heels in, we're gonna pull in to a perfect linear plank. Okay, notice how Em's hips go right straight out and up, and she's a straight pencil. We're thinking about contracting through that upper back and squeezing. If Em's a pencil, there's also a pencil between her scap, and she's crushing that pencil with her shoulder blades, okay? Now, easier version to deload this. I'm gonna stay in the same spot. All she's gonna do is bend her knees and put her feet flat on the floor, right? You're gonna bring them a little bit closer, Em. Yeah, and you're gonna use your feet and legs to kind of pull into position. Way easier, okay? And that's a way to kind of deload that if your shoulders are feeling a little bit unstable in that position. Also, we always say it, abs tight. Make sure you're clenching that shit. Nice, cool. So nice little back and forth on this one today, and then we'll get to the METCON. Welcome to our METCON today. We are doing 5-minute windows, 3 of them, very, very short ones. We're continuing where we left off though, okay? So at first, it'll be very, very, very easy to cycle when we get into the second, 5th minute. So when we get into that second round of the 5-minute AMRAP, it's gonna start getting longer and longer and longer, and the rounds we're gonna be spending more time on each rep, so we're gonna have to be efficient, more time on each movement, all right? So we're gonna have to choose where we're strong in the first 2 movements. So we've got burpee box jumps, we've got wall balls, and we've got double unders. The double unders are consistent every round, and these guys go up. So the biggest thing will be between these 2 movements, the burpee box jumps and the wall balls. We're going to have to think about which one are we more comfortable with. Okay, a lot of people are going to think wall ball, but if you're small, you're little, you're agile, then the burpee box jumps might be a better spot for you to attack. So biggest thing is try to find an active recovery. Okay, so we're going to talk about how to actively recover on both of these things, just depending on what your strengths are. So Em's going to go down on the floor. She's going to do her burpee. She steps back and she jumps up, and then she jumps on top of her box or her well. Okay, so now when she steps back, she can also step forward. Right there is a way to make that an active recovery. Control the burpee to control the heart rate to make this a nice, solid, active recovery, okay? When we're done with the burpee box jumps, we get to the wall ball. So to make this one as much of an active recovery as possible, if we're stronger here, I'm gonna show you the fault that we make first. So when we're going fast is good, but what we generally see is athletes going down with the ball too fast, causing a big change in direction and a lot of force in the bottom. When we change directions, we want to control the speed, like you'll see Em do here, catch the ball and then control the squat. This will keep the heart rate a little lower because we're not producing as much force, and it's not necessary to produce as much force from the bottom. All right, moving on to the double unders. We have our little triplet station set up, and it should be an active recovery. This is just relax the wrist, relax the body, get your breathing in, and spin that row.